Today, very big day, huge day, maybe even a controversial day for my Spider-Man fans out there. But for those of you who didn't know, I am a huge Spider-Man fan, like most of the people in the world, okay? If you couldn't tell by the drip, I care about Spider-Man a lot. So this tier list means a lot, okay? This is huge. Just for the sake of the animated movies, I'm not going to include them in this ranking because I don't think it's fair, honestly. I think they should be in a tier list of their own, but that's just my personal opinion. So we're only going to be doing the live action Spider-Man movies. Only live action. Okay. Before we rank each movie, we're going to go in chronological order of when the movies came out. We're going to watch the trailer for each movie because I don't even think I've seen each trailer. After we watch the trailer, we're going to rank the movie. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's get right into it. Spider-Man 1. Here we go.
Who am I? You sure you want to know? If somebody told you I was just your average, ordinary guy, not a care in the world, somebody lied. Truth is, it wasn't always like this. There was a time when life was a lot less complicated. Can I take your picture for the school paper?
Sure. In this lab, we have 15 genetically enhanced super spiders.
There's 14. One's missing.
Got out.
Peter,
Music.
are you all right?
I'm fine.
Pete, look, you're changing. I know I went through exactly the same thing at your age.
No, not exactly.
Wow.
Peter, may I introduce my father, Norman Osborn?
Great honor to meet you, sir.
Harry tells me you're quite the science whiz. You know, I'm something of a scientist myself.
What the hell is that?
Whatever it is, somebody has to stop it.
With great power comes great responsibility.
This is my gift.
Wow.
It is my curse.
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm Spider-Man.
Yo. 24 years old.
Do I get to say thank you
Oh
this
my
time?
gosh. Ooh, love that.
You do too much. You're not Superman, you know.
Shut. Dang. What a shot. Shout out Sony. Spider-Man 1. Okay. Spider-Man 1 is probably, I'm gonna say it's probably the one I've seen the most. Dang, this is gonna be really hard. Spider-Man 1 probably had one of the better villains with Green Goblin in it, obviously. We get to see Peter get bit by the spider, which is huge. We get Harry in there, we got Mary Jane. They focused on one villain, which is important for me in Spider-Man movies at least. We gotta start off strong. Let's throw it in S, Spider-Man 1. Things I love about this movie is they show him as a wrestler. They got the wrestling Spider-Man in there. He gets bit by the spider, which I really like. Green Goblin, probably my favorite Spider-Man villain out of all of them. Spider-Man 2002 done. On to Spider-Man 2. Now, Spider-Man 2, I think is generally the favorite out of all of them, if I had to guess.
I believe there's a hero in all of us. Gives us strength, makes us noble. Even though sometimes we have to give up the thing we want the most.
Where you been? Looking for you all morning.
You're late.
Always late. You're fired.
Look at you, Peter. Your grades have been declining. You always appear exhausted.
I know, I'm trying.
So where you been, pal? You don't return my calls.
I've been kind of busy.
Taking pictures of your friend. Spider-Man.
Killed my father.
No matter what I do,
Do you love me or not?
no matter how hard I try,
Mark.
I want Spider-Man dead.
it's the ones I love who will always be the ones who pay.
I can't keep thinking about you. I'm getting married.
I want a life of my own. I'm Spider-Man. No more.
You look different.
I let things get in the way before. There was something I thought I had to do. I don't have to.
I liked seeing you tonight, Peter.
Oh, but you do, Peter.
Now
you
on to
do.
the main event.
Octavius is gonna put Oscorp on the map in a way my father never even dreamed of.
Crazy scientist turns himself into some kind of a monster. 4 mechanical arms welded right onto his body.
You take Spider-Man's pictures. Where is he?
Kicking me off your loyalty to Spider-Man and not your best friend. Bring Spider-Man to me.
How do I find him?
Peter Parker.
Find Spider-Man, or I'll peel the flesh off her bones.
There are bigger things happening here than me and you.
The subway scene, the train scene. The weapons
Who's
are
behind the mask?
So, obviously, this one probably has the most memes that came from it, which is huge. Starting off with the heavy hitters, man, this is tough. Hot take for me, okay? I absolutely despise Mary Jane in this movie. Mary Jane just I can't stand her in this movie. Everything else about this movie is almost perfect. You know, Doc Ock as the villain. I really like the dynamic between Peter Parker and Harry in this movie. We could have built a little more on maybe Dr. Connor's character. I think if we had him as the Lizard in Spider-Man 3 instead of Sandman, it would have changed the whole vibe of Spider-Man 3, and it would have made Spider-Man 2 and 3 just that much better. And like the train scene, Peter Parker's identity low-key getting revealed in that, that was cool, but I liked what they did with that. Just so many great things about Spider-Man 2. Is it better than Spider-Man 1? This is the question we have to ask. What do we do here, man? What do we do? There's a lot more character development, I feel like, for Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2. This is like one of the hardest things I've ever had to do. I'm going to put Spider-Man 2 in S, and I'm going to put Spider-Man 1 in A. Spider-Man 2 takes the cake for now. For now. All right. Spider-Man 3 trailer. Here we go.
I'm gonna ask MJ to marry me.
A man has to put his wife before himself. Can you do that, Peter?
Yeah, I think I can.
Sandman.
We have some new information. This is your uncle's actual killer. We lost his trail 2 days ago.
This man killed my uncle, and he's still out there.
Or did he?
Everybody needs help sometimes, Peter. Even Spider-Man.
Revenge is like a poison. It
Venom.
can take us over. And before you know it, can turn you into something ugly.
The suit. Where'd this come from? The power. Feels good. You lose yourself to it. Whoa, Spidey, love the new outfit. Remember Ben Parker?
What does it matter to you anyway?
Everything!
away?
Why would I want to push you away? I love you.
You knew this was coming, Pete.
I didn't kill your father!
Attacked on all fronts.
What's happening?
Couldn't catch a break.
We've all done terrible things to each other, but we have to forgive each other, or everything we ever were will mean nothing.
I need your help. I have to stop it.
This could be the end of Spider-Man.
Dang. Spider-Man 3. Okay. For the longest time, this has always been where my heart lies on Spider-Man 3. It just has too much going on. And I think every Spider-Man fan can agree to that. It just has too much going on. With 3 villains in it, like, that's just too much. It waters down the other aspects of the Spider-Man dynamic, like Peter Parker Spider-Man dynamic, and it just has too much going on. But with that being said, it was still a pretty great movie, okay? Had a lot of great actors in there. Sandman's character arc, like, super weak, honestly, in my opinion. Okay, so Spider-Man 3, what they should have done is built on Dr. Connor's character more. Because he was in all 3 of these movies. Or, no, he wasn't in the first one. But he was in Spider-Man 2 and 3. And they should have made him the Lizard, and he should have been the villain instead of Sandman. So yeah, this was my idea for Spider-Man 3. Okay, how to fix it, right? They build off of Dr. Connor's character in as like he's analyzing the Venom or whatever, and Peter Parker has more of a Venom arc, and then he fights Venom as a symbiote on his own. Like the Eddie Brock arc can stay. Eddie Brock with Gwen, that can stay. It's just they wasted Dr. Connor's character arc. Completely wasted. If we had the character arc that the Amazing Spider-Man had with Dr. Connors, like that level of character arc almost, in Spider-Man 3, I think it would have been way better. And there's a few ways they could have done it, like made the story go. But I think if he was fighting the Lizard and Venom, dude, that would have been cinema. But we also have the problem of Harry Osborn in this. Harry Osborn as like the new Green Goblin in this. It was just kind of a watered down story arc for me, like almost on the same level as Sandman. I mean, he had the connections with Mary Jane that Sandman didn't have. But I think Sandman was kind of just like they threw it on top to make it cooler. I think it probably would have done better, honestly, if it was just Venom and Harry Osborn. But if we have to have 3 in there, I would have thrown Dr. Connors as the Lizard in there. I think that would have made it way better. Anyways, I'll get off my soapbox about Spider-Man 3. I still think it was great. I still rewatch it. But where do we put it on the tier list? That is the real question. I don't think it's an A. I don't think it's an S. I don't think it's an A. Although I do like it, I think Spider-Man 3 is going to have to be a B. I think it's going to have to go in B. Just because there's so much going on. You can't really focus. That takes a lot away for me, at least personally. Next movie. The Amazing Spider-Man. We have officially completed the Tobey Maguire trilogy. Started off strong. We got an S and A and a B in there. Right? I don't think we should be complaining. The Amazing Spider-Man. Andrew Garfield. Where are my Andrew Garfield fans at? Here we go.
How did you get out there?
Fire escape.
It's 20 stories.
Your doorman's intimidating. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Parker. Not much to tell, really.
Peter lives with his aunt and uncle.
Did you catch that spider guy yet?
No, but we will. This guy wears a mask like an outlaw. I think he's trying to do something maybe the police can't. Can't?
You know, if you're gonna steal cars, don't dress like a car thief.
You a cop?
You seriously think I'm a cop in a skin-tight red and blue suit?
Who are you?
I know it's been rough for you, Peter.
Flash.
I forgot all about that thing. It was your dad's.
Your father was a very secretive man, Peter.
Dr. Connors. I'm Richard Parker's son.
Your father and I were going to change the lives of millions, including mine. Extraordinary. How did you come up with this? There's a rumor of a new species in New York. It can be aggressive if threatened.
Chills. Web shooter activating. The web slinging.
I gotta stop him, because I created him.
That's not your job.
Maybe it is.
Acrobatic.
38 of New York's finest versus one guy in a unitard.
If you want the truth, Peter, come and get it.
I am issuing an arrest warrant for the masked vigilante known as Spider-Man.
I'm in trouble.
I mean, skyscraper battle scene. Come on. Dude, 14 years old? Oh my gosh. Okay. The Amazing Spider-Man. Now, I will say, the Lizard. We've only seen the Lizard once throughout all the movies. Live action movies, at least. We've only seen the Lizard once. Now we've seen Dr. Connors more than once. Okay? But we have not seen the Lizard. That trailer looked really awesome. I'm not going to lie. Compared to the 2002 Spider-Man trailer, blew it out of the water. Anyways, we're not ranking trailers. We're ranking Spider-Man movies. I love that they went with Gwen instead of Mary Jane. Gwen's character as love interest for Peter Parker, way, way, way better than Mary Jane. I think everyone can agree Gwen is way better for Peter than Mary Jane. It's definitely better than Spider-Man 3. Okay, it's definitely better than Spider-Man 3. The problem with me for this movie is Peter Parker. A lot of people have different opinions on who's the better Peter out of all of these. Who's the better Spider-Man. I think the web slinging in this movie, we get to see that he gets bit by the spider. We get to see transformations. You know, I like hero and villain transformations. My opinion might be different if we got an Amazing Spider-Man 3. But I think my favorite Peter is Tobey Maguire. It's going to have to be Tobey Maguire for my favorite Peter. Now, I might just like Tobey Maguire because he's cool. I don't think Andrew Garfield is really on the actor caliber of Tobey Maguire. I think Tobey Maguire is a better actor. I think Tobey Maguire is a better actor than Andrew Garfield. But that's just my personal opinion. But I think since he started the Spider-Man movies, like by the second and third one, he was locked in. He knew Peter. He knew Peter. I don't think Tobey Maguire necessarily got the nerd aspect down pat, but he definitely got the fan, like the loving aspect of Spider-Man down. You know, I think the way he interacts with New York, like the New York life, is better than Andrew. I don't think Andrew really had strong interactions with the New York life like Tobey did. Tobey's the OG though. I mean, hey, there can only be one OG. And I think Tobey's got him there. Amazing Spider-Man. Better than Spider-Man 1. And I'm going to say it's A tier. I don't think it's S tier. But we'll go A tier. Okay. Are we happy with that? I think I'm happy with that. I think I'm pretty comfortable putting that in there. one villain to focus on. That was great. Gwen is great. Amazing Spider-Man. We got to move on. Amazing Spider-Man 1 going in A tier. Better than Spider-Man 1. All right. Next trailer. The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Here we go.
Every day, I wake up knowing that the more people I try to save, the more enemies I will make. And it's just a matter of time before I face those with more power than I can overcome. I'm so sorry, I'm late. I had a traffic thing.
Did your traffic jam have anything to do with being, I don't know, shot at by machine guns?
Yeah. Oh, that was implying. I was implying that. Peter Parker. Harry Osborn. You're gonna want to see this.
Oscorp.
Get you under surveillance. Why? Isn't that the question of the day? There's something you're not telling me, Aunt May.
I once told you that secrets have a cost. The truth does too.
My name is Richard Parker. I have discovered what Oscorp was going to use my research for. I have a responsibility to protect the world from what I know they're capable of.
What is all this?
The future.
We literally can change the world. What about Peter?
Not everyone has a happy ending.
Wow, they really included the Rhino.
This is bigger
more
than
than
you,
once in
Peter.
this trailer.
I made a choice. This is my path.
Soon, everyone in the city will know how it feels to live in a world without power, without mercy, without Spider-Man.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2. To me, big letdown. They had the Rhino in the trailer. We'd never seen the Rhino before in a movie, Spider-Man movie, until this point. And if you've ever watched this movie, Amazing Spider-Man 2, you know that the Rhino was not a part of this movie. Basically, not at all. He was in there at the end, like in the end credits, basically. But we didn't get to see any action, pretty much. Now, he was in the beginning, but not in the Rhino suit, okay? There was no Rhino suit. He was just almost like a street level villain. They also did Harry as the Green Goblin in this, which I don't like. Didn't like the actor, didn't like the performance. We really only got to see him as Green Goblin during the fight. Not a lot of presence like during the movie. They did a almost triple villain thing again, which I'm against. Triple villain, just too much going on. I'm not gonna lie, this movie really let me down. I mean, spoiler alert. If you don't know what happens to Gwen, she bites the dust in this one. Gwen does bite the dust in this movie. I think his character arc, Peter's character arc with his parents, that was good. Character arc with Gwen could have been better. I don't think she should have died, you know. Now Electro, don't get me wrong, Electro was cool. They should have mained Electro. I feel like they did, but if we had no Green Goblin and just Electro, I think it would have been way better. Way better movie. They could have built more on Harry and his dad, Norman Osborn, in this movie, but not, you know, like not dive in all the way to the Green Goblin side of it. They could have built it up more. And then maybe in the third one, it could have been Green Goblin. I think The Amazing Spider-Man 2, this is the one I probably rewatched the least. I think we're going in C tier. does it deserve to be higher than Spider-Man 3? Spider-Man 3 did the same thing, you know? They had three villains. It even had Harry as the Green Goblin in there. Was Venom better than Electro? That's a good question. Did we get to see a lot of Venom? I think we could have seen more of Venom, honestly. I think they did a good job with Electro. I think I'm good with C. I think I'm good with C in this. I think the quality of Spider-Man 3 was at minimum B tier. You know, I think it was minimum B tier. And I think The Amazing Spider-Man 2, it just wasn't on the same level. I do think Andrew did a better job in this one. I think they just had so much going on with the villains, and I love Gwen. I think Gwen did a great job in this. But I think Amazing Spider-Man 2, it's gonna have to be in C tier. Hey, if it proves itself to me more, you know, maybe it can move up one day. But as of right now, it's gonna stay in C. So that concludes our The Amazing Spider-Man run. The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, done. We're moving on to the Tom Holland trilogy. Here we go.
This is my chance to prove myself.
Sup, guys? Wait a minute. You guys aren't the real Avengers. I can tell Hulk gives it away. Oh, that was awesome. Does Liz get a new top?
Rip Gwen. Yes, Rip Gwen.
No, you've seen that before. Never with that skirt.
Should probably stop staring before it gets creepy, though.
Too late. You guys are losers.
Zendaya.
So, to become an Avenger, are there, like, trials or...
Zendaya was like the
interviews?
ultimate weapon.
Don't do anything I would do. And definitely don't do anything I wouldn't do. There's a little gray area in there, and that's where you operate.
Oh.
All right.
That's not a hug. I'm just grabbing the door for you. All right, kid. Good luck out there.
Listen, I know school sucks.
Peter, you still with us?
Yeah.
I know you want to save the world, but you're not ready yet.
I like Tom Holland too.
You're the Spider-Man.
No, I'm not. I'm not. This is just a costume. This is...
You're on the ceiling.
Stay close to the ground and stay out of trouble.
Oh, sure.
Forget the flying monster guy. There are people who handle this sort of thing.
I'm sick of him treating me like a kid all the time.
But you are a kid.
This is my chance to prove myself.
Peter, what is going on with you?
I'm really sorry. I'm so busy. I'm slammed.
Don't mess with me, because I will kill you and everybody you love.
All right, Spider-Man Homecoming. Oh, look, in theaters 2017. That was wrong. Okay. Spider-Man Homecoming. What would it be without Iron Man? Hear me out. What would it be without Civil War? Right? So, in the MCU, they introduced Spider-Man. We got the first taste of Spider-Man in the MCU in Civil War. So that was the first Spider-Man film for Tom Holland. Okay. Spider-Man Homecoming main villain, Vulture. Okay. We hadn't seen Vulture before. I think they nailed it. I think they nailed Vulture. I don't think they could have done any better, honestly. You know, they used the Chitauri tech to kind of fuel like where that came from. There was also another Spider-Man villain. I believe his name was the Tinkerer. Let me look that up for y'all. Tinkerer. I think was his name in Spider-Man Homecoming. Let's see. Yep, Tinkerer, comic book character. Hey, that's ball knowledge right there. So the Tinkerer, yeah, tech expert, brains behind the Vulture, you know. Da 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 da. They didn't really expand on him in the movie. You know, he was kind of just a side character. But that was another character that they threw in, which the comic book readers can appreciate. I don't like the fact that they went to Washington. They took it out of New York for this. In my opinion, hot take, I don't like that. I did not like that. I think that if they kept it in New York, it would have been cooler. You know, we had a lot of Tony Stark in this movie. They're using him as a mentor. You know, I understand they're trying to mesh Spider-Man into the MCU. I do wish it was a little more centered around Spider-Man's origin story. Like, a big thing for me in this is we don't get to see him get bit by the spider. The only thing that we know is that he got bit by it, which, I mean, obviously we know. I would have liked to seen more Oscorp in this. You know, we don't have Oscorp in the MCU. Favorite villain is Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Oh, for the villains, yeah. Yeah, I think the villains in Tobey Maguire series, like Doc Ock, Venom, Sandman, the Green Goblin, you know, I think those were great. I think those are the like top 3 best Spider-Man villains. I like the Lizard. Personally, I like the Lizard. I like Green Goblin. But I'm just a sucker for anything green. So I like those. I mean, the Vulture is green in the comics. In this, he wasn't really green. But I think they did good with the Vulture. Mary Jane as Zendaya. Holy moly. Mary Jane redeemed, right? Kirsten Dunst absolutely, like, destroyed Mary Jane for me. Zendaya saved Mary Jane. Saved. I definitely like Mary Jane a lot better in the Tom Holland movies. Yeah, who doesn't love Zendaya, right? She did a great job as Mary Jane. Now, I think they did a different take on Mary Jane, which I like it. I like what they did with the Mary Jane in Zendaya. You know, she was kind of like standoffish. Whereas Mary Jane in the Tobey Maguire series, she was like the it girl. You know, like her and Flash had a thing. But in this movie, Spider-Man actually went for someone else. You know, in the beginning, the Vulture's daughter. That's who Tom Holland liked, which I didn't really like that. I think if Zendaya was the Vulture's daughter, whoa, that would have been crazy, right? I don't think that's comic book accurate, but whoa, I think that would have been crazy. Anyways, Spider-Man Homecoming. When I watched it in the movies, was I blown away? Do I find myself rewatching it often? No. I just don't think that Tom Holland is the best Peter Parker. I mean, he's getting better, right? He's getting better. But I think we kind of just jumped the gun, and there was a lot of origin story left out. We don't really have a strong origin story for Peter. You know, basically Civil War is what we got for Peter. So, I mean, I think in The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and Spider-Man 1, those origin stories are great, but they completely missed with Spider-Man's origin story in Civil War and Homecoming. For a big thing for me is the spider bite, right? Like, we got to see the spider bite with Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, but not with Tom Holland. Is it better than The Amazing Spider-Man 2? We did have one villain. Is it better than Spider-Man 3? I don't know. Spider-Man 3, I mean, Peter's done with college. In this one, he's still in high school. I can't really base it off of that. You know, villains, character development. The Vulture, I feel like it was pretty shallow. We had a lot going on with Harry. Spider-Man 3, I think that was stronger. Is it better than Spider-Man 3? That's tough. I think Spider-Man 3 is more entertaining and more like it's more fulfilling, right? It's more like it's more satisfying to watch as a fan versus Spider-Man Homecoming. There's a lot of new things in Spider-Man Homecoming. You know, it's the first take or second take. It's the hard launch, right? We had a soft launch of Tom Holland, but this is the hard launch as Tom Holland Spider-Man. Was it better though? I mean, I like Tony Stark. Is it B tier? It might actually be C tier. I'm thinking C tier here. I don't think it's on the same level as Spider-Man 3. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think it's on the same level as Spider-Man 3. You know, I think it is better than The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I think it's better than that. You know, the fairy scene. You know, we got an introduction of Scorpion there, which Scorpion plays a big part in the future. Where my Spider-Man Brand New Day fans at, right? Rumored to be the main villain of the new Spider-Man. We got intro to him. They did a good job soloing on the Vulture. You know, Spider-Man low-key made his own suit in this, but he got it from Tony Stark. Let's be real. I like Tom Holland. How was the web slinging? How was the fighting? I think it could have been a little better, honestly. We didn't really have a lot of swinging through New York kind of style. So I think we're going to go C tier here. I don't think it's on the same level as Spider-Man 3. With that being said, is The Amazing Spider-Man B tier? I think we're actually going to switch it up here. I think we're actually going to move The Amazing Spider-Man 2 up. With regards to Andrew Garfield's performance in this, I think it was much better than Tom Holland's performance as Peter Parker in this. I think that's where I'm gonna stand. I'm gonna stand firm on that right there. We're upgrading The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I think the story here was stronger. You know, we had Gwen in there. Toby and Andrew is S. I'm an OG fan, okay, but I like all Spider-Man. I like all the Spider-Mans. This is a very difficult tier list. I think we're gonna put The Amazing Spider-Man 2 B tier, not better than Spider-Man 3, in my opinion. But I think we're gonna go B tier here. Okay, we have to move on. What do y'all think? Take a look at the tier list. I'm open to suggestions, you know, but I think this is where I stand right now. Okay. Spider-Man Far From Home. I think the general consensus on this movie is that it's probably the weakest one out of all the Spider-Man movies. I watched this in the theater. I only went to go see it once. I don't find myself rewatching this one a lot. Pro Zendaya's MJ. Yeah, I agree with you there. All right. Spider-Man Far From Home. Here we go. Now, keep this in mind as well. All the other MCU films that have added or that played a part in this movie. So this is after Avengers Endgame. After the snap, after Avengers Endgame, you know, a lot's changed in the MCU. A lot's changed for Peter Parker. So we saw Peter Parker in Infinity War and Endgame. So if you're only a Spider-Man fan, but you're not an Avengers fan, there's something left out for you, you know? You don't really get the whole picture. But let's watch the trailer.
Everywhere I go, I see his face.
Obviously, you don't know that if you didn't watch original MJ and Gwen is better. I don't think we don't have a Gwen yet in the MCU. That might change in the future. Hopefully we get a Gwen. I'm hoping we get a Gwen. Original MJ and Gwen. I think OG Gwen is better than OG MJ by far. Isn't Zendaya's MJ better than OG MJ? OG MJ. I'm gonna say yeah. I think Zendaya's MJ as a whole, you know, like we haven't got there yet in the tier list, but as a whole, I think was better than Mary Jane. Or the OG Mary Jane. Alright, here we go.
I just really miss him.
So yeah, forgot to say, or I forgot to finish. In Endgame, you know, spoiler, Tony Stark died. That's where
I miss him too.
Happy.
I don't think Tony would have done what he did if he didn't know that you were going to be here after he was gone.
You gonna be the next Iron Man now?
Well, no, I don't have time. I'm too busy doing your jobs.
What? I'm kidding. Look.
Wait, pause. I'm just noticing something that I've never noticed before. And this is actually absurd. What the heck is this ear design? What is this ear design on the Iron Spider right here? I mean, I guess it makes sense to have like a ear shape here, but just what? Who made that decision? Why can't we have just stuck with the spider web? Anyways.
What? I'm kidding. Look, keep up the good work.
Also, Spider-Man is the shortest person in this scene.
Because I am going on vacation.
Heads up. Nick Fury's calling you.
I don't really want to talk to Nick
Answer
Fury.
the phone.
Why?
Because if you don't talk to him, then I have to talk to him. I don't want to talk to him. You sent Nick Fury to voicemail?
I gotta go.
You do not ghost Nick Fury.
What up, dorks? What's up? We're just talking about the trip.
I'm here in St. Marco Polo.
Oh, I think MJ really likes me.
Reminds me when I first fell in love.
You're a very difficult person to contact, Spider-Man.
Love Spider-Man No Way Home? We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
This is Mr. Beck.
Mysterio.
Could have used someone like you on my world. Your world?
Beck is from Earth, just not ours. The snap tore a hole in our dimension.
You're saying there's a multiverse?
We have a job to do, and you're coming with us.
There's gotta be someone else you can use. What about Thor?
Off-world.
Captain Marvel. Unavailable. But I'm just a friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Bitch, please, you've been to space.
What do you want, Peter?
Sam J. Gotta love Sam
I want
J.
to go back on my trip with the girl who I really like and tell her how I feel. MJ, I
am Spider-Man.
No, of course I'm not.
I mean, it's kind of obvious.
You're right, you may not be ready, but this is my responsibility. Saving the world requires sacrifice. Sometimes people die.
Oh my God.
I just always feel like I'm putting my friends in danger. The world needs the next Iron Man.
You going to step up or not?
I think they called him the Knight, right? They call him Nightwing.
I gotta get you guys out of here. Get on the jet. Who are you? I work with Spider-Man. You work for Spider-Man? I work with Spider-Man, not for Spider-Man. New plan.
All right, Spider-Man Far From Home. Where do we begin here? Now, don't get me wrong. I think Mysterio, cool villain, right? But what was the real villain in this? Tony Stark drones, right? Elementals. Like, the Elementals being the front man. It kind of was just like, we had never seen Elementals before. On top of, we had never seen Mysterio before, right? I think they went in the wrong direction with the Tony Stark drones, you know, the Stark Industries drones, and the Elementals, right? Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like that they traveled. I didn't like the villain. I thought the action was cool. I liked who played Mysterio. Jake Gyllenhaal. I like Jake Gyllenhaal. Great actor. They based it on the Stark tech. Tony Stark was a big part of this movie also. And I think having the Tony Stark aspect as kind of like the backstory and being Peter's mentor, I think it takes away from the character. I don't think it's good for the Spider-Man character. So Spider-Man Far From Home, I think it's definitely better than Homecoming. Is it? What have I rewatched more? There was a lot of character development with MJ in this. They finally became a thing, right? Ned also, you know, we haven't seen Hobgoblin yet, but Ned in this, you know, his story arc with his girlfriend, it's kind of like a side plot, you know. I like that. They definitely built on Peter Parker in this. Nick Fury in this as well. A lot going on. You know, he's an Avenger, right? I think it's a giant jump. You know, like what is Spider-Man Far From Home without Infinity War and Endgame? It's almost like you can't even have it, right? So what the MCU web of movies, you have to like, you can't enjoy it to the fullest if you haven't seen all of them, basically. That's what I'm getting at. Like, what is this movie without, like, you don't know Nick Fury. You don't really know Tony Stark. I mean, you probably know he's Iron Man, you know, if you watched the first one. But if you've only watched Spider-Man movies, I don't think you can really enjoy this. As just a Spider-Man fan, this one, you're not enjoying, right? Weak villain. It's drones, right? Is it D? Is it D tier? Is it better than Spider-Man Homecoming? Is it better than The Amazing Spider-Man 2? No. Amazing Spider-Man 2, better villains. Already. I don't think it's D tier. Right? I think it's... maybe it is D tier. I hate I'm even saying that it's this low. You know, it's a Spider-Man film. I think this is a fair placement right here. I think Spider-Man Far From Home, worse than Homecoming, not on the same level as these. I think I'm going to go there. C tier. What do we think? Spider-Man Far From Home, not better than Homecoming. Is it B tier? I don't even think it gets up there, honestly. I'm watching these before I'm watching these. Let's be real. Whenever you're like, hey, what Spider-Man do we watch tonight? These don't come up in the conversation. All right. I think we can settle on that. I don't think anyone's complaining C tier worse than Homecoming. Okay. All right. We have reached the peak. Spider-Man No Way Home. Let's watch the trailer.
Ever since I got bit by that spider, I've only had 1 week where my life has felt normal. That was when you found out.
When you botched that spell where you wanted everyone to forget the Peter Parker Spider-Man, we started getting some visitors. From every universe.
Hello, Peter. You're not Peter Parker.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Wait, no, seriously, what's your actual name?
There are others out there. We need to send them back. So, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You know, all this is kind of your mess. I know a couple of magic words myself, starting with the word please.
Please, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You're flying out into the darkness to fight ghosts.
What do you mean?
They all die fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate. I'm sorry.
May.
Yeah, me too.
Don't.
Look, there has to be another way.
There isn't. They're a danger to our universe.
You're not gonna take this away from me.
Peter,
We got Yellow Electro.
you're struggling to have everything you want while the world tries to make you choose.
This is all my fault. I can't save everyone.
Everyone knows.
What's happening?
They're starting to come through, and I can't stop them.
Dang. Spider-Man No Way Home. Alright, I think I can speak for most Spider-Man fans when I say Spider-Man No Way Home is the end game, is end game level, right? Is what I'm saying. Is the end game of all the Spider-Man movies. We saw everybody come together. Toby, Andrew, and Tom. Same movie. What? That's mind-blowing. Where's Venom and Spider-Man No Way Home? Great point. I'm liking your point here. Villains that came together. Doc Ock. Star. Green Goblin. Norman Osborn. Green Goblin. Star. Right? Sandman. Lower tier. Yellow Electro. Lower tier. I mean, better than Blue Electro, right? But lower tier. We also got, who am I missing? Sandman. Or did I already say Sandman? Can't remember. Doc Ock, Green Goblin. Oh, Lizard, right? So we got Electro and the Lizard from Andrew Garfield movies. Then we got Sandman from Spider-Man 3. Green Goblin, Spider-Man, and Doc Ock from Spider-Man 2. Pretty sure that's it. Yeah. That was it, right? There was a lot. We also had Doctor Strange in here. Multiverse is a thing now, right? I think they took, they had a lot of villains in this movie, which, in the past was a no-no. It was a no-no, right? Like, too many villains is bad. But when you have the multiversal underlying, base on top of it, it makes sense for there to be a lot of villains. That's what the whole movie was about, was the multiverse and everyone's coming into this universe, right? You have 3 Spider-Mans. You have villains from the other movies in here. They're all clashing together, right? I think it did a lot of justice for Spider-Man fans in this movie. I mean, you get to see all the Spider-Mans that we've seen. It doesn't get better than that, Spider-Man No Way Home. I still think we don't really have the backstory that we want for the Tom Holland Peter Parker. But everything else was spot on. The action in this movie was awesome. We even had character development with Ned. We got to see him use magic. We got the 3 spiders pointing meme. Another great meme came out of this. Well, that was a meme from the past, but they recreated it. My hot take for Spider-Man No Way Home, right? Drop Sandman. Add Venom. If they added Tom Hardy's Venom in this, instead of Sandman, holy multiverse, like, oh my gosh, that would have been crazy. You know, I think Sandman, his character, I think he almost deserves a full movie, honestly. If they made the whole Spider-Man 3 about Sandman or all about Venom, Spider-Man 3 would have been gold. But since we got kind of a watered down Sandman, you know, for Spider-Man 3 and No Way Home, you know, there's not much to it. It was basically weak. But anyways, my point, if Venom was in Spider-Man No Way Home, holy cinema. I don't think you can make a movie better than that. So, where do we put it on the ranking? It's not C tier. It's not B tier. Is it A tier? Is it better than The Amazing Spider-Man? Is it better than Spider-Man 2? I don't think this is going to be a surprise. Spider-Man No Way Home, S tier. With that much star power, that much action, you know, the Aunt May arc getting finished, I think it's better than Spider-Man 2. I probably watched these two the most. You know, I think I probably watched Spider-Man 1 more than I watched The Amazing Spider-Man, but they're pretty close. I'm happy with this. I think this is where I stand right now. What do we think? Any changes need to be made? Dang, Tom Holland holding down the bottom. Rip Tom. Hey, I have high hopes for a brand new day.